What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, I'll show you step by step on how to sketch a vulture. Let's begin today's lesson by laying out the basic shape of the body. Let's start over on the top right side of our page. We're gonna draw a curve going across the back. And I'm just gonna bring that down towards the bottom. Now from that same point on the right side, we're gonna curve the bottom coming down and then back over towards the left side. So this almost looks like a leaf, coming down and then across. Now from this point, we're gonna draw a straight line going out and then go straight up towards the head. Let's sketch a circle along the top. Starting from the top of this line and go all the way around towards the bottom and then back up. Now this circle doesn't have to be perfect because we'll eventually erase this out. And then from here, we're going to draw the basic shape of the beak. Starting from the top of our circle, go out, and then bend that down towards the bottom, just lining up the bottom edge of our circle, and it'll come straight in towards the bottom. Now from the right side of our circle, we're just going to angle the neck, coming down and in, round out the neck, and then pull that back in towards the body. Let's go to the left side of our circle, angle this down towards that point. Now from here, we're going to extend the collar going up towards the back. From the bottom of the neck, let's step out towards the left, angle this up and out. Just going to round out the back and just pull that down towards the left side. Now we're going to come down towards the bottom and draw on the leg. Let's start over on the left side and draw a curve, almost like a half circle, coming down and then up for the top of the leg. And then from the center, draw a straight line coming down towards the foot. Now we're going to have our vulture standing on a log. So from here, it's going to draw a straight line going out toward the left and right side. And then from the end, just pull this down towards the bottom of our page. Now that we have a rough sketch of our vulture, let's add a second level of detail. Let's start by adding some thickness to that collar. Starting down here, it's going to go up on the outside, round out the top, coming down towards the back, and angle this back in. Let's round out the front edge of the wing. Starting up here, let's curve this around the neck, come down, just blend that in towards the bottom of the body. Now you want to add some layers across the inside of the wing. Let's start over on the left, start with a curve going across, and we'll bend that up towards the right. I'm going to step down, draw that again. So we go across. I'm just going to taper this up towards the right. Let's bring the tail coming down along the bottom. Starting here, draw a straight line, flatten off the bottom, and pull that back up. Now let's move up to the head and add some detail. Along the top of our circle, we're going to step down, sketch a smaller circle for the eye. And then in the center of the larger circle, draw a straight line going out toward the left, and then right. And then right here, it's going to bend this out and then down toward the tip of the beak. Let's open up the mouth. From the right side of our circle, come in, round out the corner of the mouth. I'm going to go out and just bend that down towards that bottom line. Let's round out the bottom of the head. It's going to come in and blend this in towards the outside of the neck. Once we're happy with the proportions of the head, we'll go in with the tip of our pencil and start adding some details. And I like to start with the eye. Let's start with the brow. Starting with the outside, we're just going to curve this up, come down across the top of the eye, and then in. And then we'll layer the eye underneath, going around, and then up. I'm going to add a fold along the inside, so just tracing out that circle. Adding a small highlight on the top left. And adding the pupil, darkening that up. Let's shade the inside of the iris, going around that highlight and pupil. Just going to fade that out as we come down. And from here, it's going to work our way out from the eye, just adding these folds and wrinkles. Also add a little bit of shadow underneath the brow. Just working our way towards the beak. And just adding those wrinkles going around the eye. Now from here, it's going to readjust the shape of the head. Just using these short, choppy lines going around, adding a little bit of fur texture. And just separating the edge of the beak from the head. So use the side edge of my pencil to darken up the beak on the top, and then just blend this in as you come around the eye. Now go and start adding a shadow underneath the head. Now at this stage, we're just slowly adding a little bit more detail as we go, and also blending out some of those guidelines. Adding that little fur texture underneath the head, coming down the neck. Adding a little bit of shadow underneath and just pulling that up. Now we're going to go back and just erase some of those guidelines. Now we're just going to blend the back of the head in towards that collar. Just using these short lines, just working with the curve of the collar going up and out. Just pulling up that fur texture. And coming down towards the back. And then using the side edge of a pencil to add a light shade. And we're going in and adding some more shape to the wing. You can see along the front, I'm just adding a little bit of an overlap just to simulate the feathers. Around the body. And we'll separate the feather along the top of the back. Just darken that up and blend that in. And then from here, we're just layering the feathers across the top of the back. Just adding a little bit of shadow underneath. And working our way across the outside of the wing. And then we'll layer more feathers underneath. Just pulling these off the body. I'm just going to work across this guideline. Just adding a few points of feathers going across. And we'll add the second layer underneath. Adding these longer lines and just tucking that up underneath. So just rounding out the bottom of the feather and then just pulling that back up, working our way towards the right. Now from here, just going to work our way across the bottom. Just adding these lines, just curves going across and up underneath. And we'll come back and add a dark shadow underneath. I'm just shading that second layer a little bit darker than the top, just to add a little bit of contrast, and go darker along the bottom. So we'll start along the edge, I'm going to add a little bit of texture along that second row of feathers, starting along the top edge and just pulling these lines coming down. And we'll go back with a tip or pencil and just refine those lines. And go back and lightly add those feathers on the top row. Just working our way around the bottom of the tail. And we're not going to see a lot of detail inside this area, as it's mostly in silhouette. So we'll just separate this tail from the body with a shadow. I'm going to go around the base of the leg with the side edge of pencil and just add that fur texture. Just working around that half circle. And go and just darken that up. And from here, it's going to loosely block in the feet, not adding too much detail, just getting the shape and the contrast. Now in the final stages, we'll go back and add a little bit more detail and shading, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a vulture. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.